Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I am Kelly Raspberry Evans, and this is my husband and podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
And Trey in the house.
That was quick.
I'm bushed.
It was
This weekend bushed me out.
I'm good today now.
I'm better today.
I finally regrouped and recovered, but
we were bushed.
we were busy.
Yesterday we were bushed.
Yeah, yesterday I got up for brunch and then came straight home, took off my bra, put back on my pajamas, and that was it for me for the rest of Sunday.
Because we're going to get into the weekend, but just very briefly, we had McDonald's at 11:30 at night on Saturday night.
All I had was one cheeseburger.
Well, I had McDonald's too.
I know, but just one
Okay.
small cheeseburger.
We had McDonald's Saturday night. Then we wake up, and then we go to an all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet.
And I've been paying for that today.
And all bottomless mimosas.
Yeah, I've been paying for that today.
So we were paying for it on Sunday.
Finding public restrooms was...
Whoa!
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This is breaking news. What happened?
Well, I was obviously dealing with issues.
What kind of issues?
From too much weekend.
Little Green Apple Quick Step?
I don't know what that means, but I was finding public restrooms.
Clenching butt cheeks.
Yeah.
You were doing the duck walk, clenching butt cheeks?
Yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Why are you being so frank? Usually you're like, you can't, don't put me on the spot. Put me on the spot.
I just see how much delight you get out of it. So anyway, it was a lot of weekend, and sometimes you got to pay the price for that.
I don't like it when my wife has the D.
Oh, it wasn't like that. It was not fun. Let's just say that. Anyway, I think it's all out of my system now. I think the weekend is out of my system. But okay, Alan, see, that's why I don't tell you these things, because you can't just move on. One more sound effect and we can move on? Okay, here we go. So anyway, we're going to get into our long, wonderful weekend with our podcast family and other stuff.
You're going to feel like you were there.
Hopefully, many of you listening were.
Actually not, because if you want to see magic, if you want to hear Hello Hand, if you want to see Kelly Raspberry Evans in the flesh and have a photo made with her, you got to show up to these things.
Yeah.
So actually, it won't be like you were there, but we're going to review it.
Sure.
We're going to review the tape as we can remember. Actually, it wasn't that.
It wasn't that
balls to the wall.
No,
that
was a couple of podcast get-togethers ago.
Yeah. I started strong, but then I faded fast.
Yeah, you did.
Are you going to do this bit all night? Why don't you go ahead and just explain to the listener why you're so...
Alan decided right before we started the podcast that he was going to have supper. Now, I was not eating supper tonight because I had a nice lunch Monday with Mama. I went to a new restaurant and they served me so much food, and I'm a member of the Clean Plate Club. That's me. I had to bring some of it home, and I'm going to have it tomorrow. But Alan decided while I was in my little desk area in the front of the house to make his own supper, which he does 90% of the time. Let's just be honest.
99% of the time.
And he decided tonight, I thought it was tuna, but it was actually cans of salmon. And he made a heaping bowl of salmon salad.
66 grams of protein, brother.
How many cans did you use?
I opened up 3 cans.
3 cans. So
and I'm going to open up another can if I get any lip on this podcast
it's
from
the same as a size of can of tuna, except it was 3 cans of salmon salad. And when I walked into the kitchen, it was like I was hit by a wave of seafood.
Yeah.
And Alan came straight from eating that into the podcast.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm dealing with.
Sorry I had to eat.
Well,
I am human and I need to be
you
loved.
could just maybe sing and use words
Just
that start with the letter
like everybody
H
else
facing that direction.
does.
That would be helpful.
Well, babe, I didn't have much time. We had to podcast, and I couldn't make some big.
Could have brushed your teeth.
I couldn't grill a steak or anything. I just
could have brushed your teeth and maybe washed your beard.
Yeah, I'm kind of a mess right now.
You are a bit of a, but you know what?
I went and worked.
You were getting it done.
I worked out, and then I just, how.
Yeah, he also on top of that.
Then I
worked
just
out.
jumped in the pool and didn't shower, and then I had a salmon salad, and now I'm sitting here, just
reeking.
Yeah, kind of with monkey butt and
yeah,
kind of.
It's okay. I love you, but I'm going to love you from over here.
Well, it's a good thing this is an audio format. Our listeners can't smell me.
They haven't reached that level of technology just yet.
No.
Podcasts, they used to say they'd have smell-o-vision for television. I don't know what you would call it for podcasts.
I don't know. Hey, man, he'll figure it out.
Scratch and sniff app, maybe.
Scratch and sniff.
But let's not make tonight a demo of that. Anyway.
This is the overly dramatic Kelly Raspberry that you get sometimes.
It's been a dramatic day.
It's not that bad. Now, if I burp, it's pretty bad.
Please don't.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
I'm washing it down with a A&W zero sugar, though.
One of our podcast family members wasn't able to go with us this weekend or spend time with us this weekend.
Mel?
Listen, David Heck.
Oh, the Hex, yeah.
They went to Mexico with their family. They've got a blended family, with teenagers and a middle schooler and a elementary school kid. So that's always an interesting dynamic. But before they headed to Mexico, it was like looking at the weather forecast, it was nonstop rain. It's like hurricane season already. Did you know hurricane season started on June 1st?
I didn't know that.
It started on June 1st.
Did it really?
And it's going to last through Wednesday, November 30th. So that is I didn't realize hurricane season was that long.
Have we seen the first one yet?
I know we've had some tropical storms already. Well, whatever happened in Mexico, I didn't know if they named it. But, each year they have a list of names that the National Hurricane Association or whatever it is, the
National Hurricane Association.
What do they call it? The National Weather Association? I don't know.
National Weather Service?
But they come up with names for hurricanes or tropical storms.
Right.
And as a name storm is only a tropical storm or a hurricane. Tropical depressions do not get names. Okay?
Why don't they get names?
Well, I guess, as they're coming, they have to build up.
Maybe that's why they're depressed.
Maybe. So I've got the list of names for this year. And I don't know if we've already, because I haven't really been keeping up the news. I was very busy this weekend. We might have already gone through a couple of letters of the alphabet. I think we've already had Alex, right?
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I think Alex has already happened.
We had Alex.
But I don't think it was a hurricane. Anyway, Alex, Bonnie.
Had a boss named Bonnie.
Colin with one L, Colin.
Shanda's daughter's fiance.
Danielle.
I knew a stripper named Danielle.
Where?
Long time ago.
Are you making that up?
No, I'm serious.
How did you know a stripper named Danielle?
A long story. It is a long, long story that we don't have time for.
Earl, my granddaddy Earl.
The Tyler Rose, Earl Campbell.
Fiona.
The Shrek's girlfriend.
That's right. Gaston.
Sounds like a Disney character.
It is from Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Gaston.
Beauty and the Beast.
He was the bad guy, so that might be a bad storm.
Okay. Gaston.
And I don't know how you pronounce this. This might be Hermine.
Hermine?
I'm guessing Hermine, like with an accent. Hermine.
Is it French?
I don't know.
Good eye, mate.
Then Ian.
Had a boss named Ian.
Ian.
Yeah.
Then Julia.
Julia Roberts.
Carl with a K, because we're going in alphabetical order.
My tattoo artist, but he's Carl with a C.
Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a tame. That won't be a big storm.
Bart Simpson's sister, wasn't it?
Lisa's not going to be a big storm. Martin. Remember Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence, yeah.
Nicole
Goggins.
Owen.
I have a little nephew named Owen.
Paula. There's a lot of Paulas.
I didn't know. I don't think I've known a Paula.
Paula Abdul. Paula Poundstone. Richard.
Richard Cranium. Please pick up the red courtesy phone.
Sherry, spelled Shary. I have never, ever seen that spelling ever.
Yes, you have, because Dylan's daycare was Sherry.
It wasn't spelled Shary.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
Oh, no. No, that was Marsha. Sherry's pet spa.
She's with an I.
No, I think she's Shari, right?
This is Shary.
Oh. I thought you said I.
No, when you're sitting right here looking at me.
Oh.
Then you've got Tobias,
G'day, mate.
Virginie, not Virginia, Virginie.
That's a made-up name.
No, there's from Virginie's.
I've never heard of that.
And then finally, Walter.
Walter, my man.
That's you.
That's me.
Walter Allen Evans.
One Walter A. Evans.
So that's it. And then, sometimes they go through the whole alphabet and then they have to start over again. But that's what we have so far. So, things that make you go, a little early in the podcast. But I'm sorry they had bad weather. But Melissa said, towards the end, it actually got, they were able to still go body surfing because the waves were really good. And she sent a picture of her lounging by the pool with a tahine-rimmed coconut. And, there were clouds in the background, but everybody's in the pool anyway. Because, you spend that much money on vacation, you're going to get out there.
How come she didn't send me any pictures of her lounging by the pool?
Sending it to the group text, our girl group. And the first night, after the storms came in, she went out like just beach combing. She gets up early. I don't do that on vacation, but she was up walking the beach. She found like bras and underwear out on the beach and some cash.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just walking up and down the beach. We need to go beach combing more often.
Drunken buffoonery, and they lose that. Why don't we do this? Just a suggestion. We don't have to do this, but you mentioned Walter. I have a tie-in on. I had to sign my name, my legal full name this weekend, and I could tell the story of why I had to do that. No?
We're supposed to.
Oh.
For legal reasons.
I don't think it's a big deal. So we're going to figure this out on the podcast?
Yeah, well, I didn't know you were going to bring that up.
It's on social media.
I know, but I don't wish you hadn't done that. Even Robert said something. It's already gone, right?
I don't know. I could repost it.
No. Let's talk about this later.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, why don't you do that?
Okay.
And then I'll still tell the story and maybe leave that part out. God.
Now a word from our sponsor,
The
BetterHelp.
overly nervous Kellie Raspberry Evans.
Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. We hear so much about burnout, but what does that even mean? Some people may not even realize they're experiencing burnout. For me, I know I'm burned out when I just feel completely lethargic and unmotivated. I ask myself constantly, what's the point? Maybe that sounds familiar to you, but maybe you have different symptoms like irritability, which actually I have that too. But we often associate burnout with work, but that's not the only cause. We can feel burned out in relationships, as a parent, as a friend, a spouse. Well, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what is causing the stress in your life. I've loved my experiences with therapy because sometimes I feel like I just need to talk to somebody who doesn't know me, that doesn't have a dog in the fight. I can get a completely unbiased, neutral perspective from someone who can help me see things more clearly. And sometimes, you know what, Kellie Raspberry Evans? Sometimes the problem is you. And I need to be told that.
You got that right.
From somebody who's not married to me. And that's what I get with therapy. And therapy also gives me the tools I need to avoid that burned out feeling.
And BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Now, our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/sandwich. That's better, HELP.com/sandwich.
You know what? I love the fact that stigma is gone from getting therapy many years ago. Not that recently, not too far in the history. People would be embarrassed to say they go to therapy, but now it's very, very acceptable and affordable with BetterHelp. All right, let's talk about the weekend.
Friday we had and we've been talking about this for weeks. We had a listener appreciation night at Oaked. And we showed up. Let's see. Bad Influence Jeff and KK came over here. And then we Ubered down to...
Are you going to give it minute by minute recap?
The restaurant. And no, we showed up at, I can't remember, about 6:30 or something?
6:30 start time. We were there pretty much right on time.
Had a nice crowd there. We had live music there. And it was...
the weather was kind of like raining, so we had to be inside, which was fine.
It was fine.
It was a nice packed house.
Yeah, a lot of people.
A lot of good time.
We had a lot of people.
And you got a lot of presents, which was it's always nice and completely unexpected, except when Alan asks for them to be mailed to us. But we did get some lovely gifts.
I'll tell you what, a couple of our listeners we've mentioned in the past, and they've been on vacation with us, Michael and Elizabeth Betts. Thank you so much. They gave me a handmade Harley-Davidson keychain, and it's really, really cool. And apparently the story behind this is an inmate made this thing.
Yeah.
And it's the Harley-Davidson Bar and Shield logo, and it's metal. And I posted a picture of it on my Instagram stories, but just really thoughtful, beautiful keychain. Listener Amanda
Well,
from...
the inmate, he's like, well, when they get out, they need to have a way to make income. And so he's doing those, and he's going to hopefully be selling them and to help him get back on his feet when he gets out. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. And then listener Amanda from Lubbock brought me a care package with a lot of tech stuff in it.
Texas Tech, yeah.
That was cool. And she works in the mass comp. She's I can't remember if she said she was a professor or a teaching assistant or what exactly her title was, but she said she lectures. And she said she wanted me to help her mass communications classes talk about social media and influencing and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we were either going to do a Zoom or I'm going to go to Lubbock and speak to her class.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that going to be an excuse for us to go for a weekend and see our friends
that's
there?
That's what we should do. We should somehow parlay that into a football game
weekend,
and then I could help her maybe, and then see our friends in Lubbock.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and and then I wish I could remember all the other gifts, but yeah, it was very nice.
We got leather handmade koozies too from that inmate as well.
Yeah, they were
the Dallas
Cowboys.
Cowboy inmates. Yeah, so it was very, very sweet, and I got some candles and some everybody's just so sweet.
We gave away prizes too.
We did. Alan told me the day before the event that he wanted us to give away prizes. So I went through the house.
Prizes?
Well, need a little bit more warning.
Nah.
So I went through the house. We do have some things that sponsors send us, and I always think it's nice to give away things associated with the podcast. So we gave away some items like that. And I took 2 Emma Kellie and Me purses. We're not doing Emma Kellie and Me right now. It's on pause for I don't know how long. But I took a clutch and a crossbody. And by the time we got from our house down to the restaurant, the clutch was gone. I have no idea where it is. I don't know if we left it in the Uber. I don't know if it fell somewhere and somebody picked it up and is like, I have no idea who this belongs to and just decided to keep it because it was a really nice clutch. But anyway, it was fun.
I doubt someone stole it. I bet it just fell out.
I'm saying if it fell,
in the Uber.
If something fell out in the middle of the road or something and I didn't know who it belongs to and I have no way, I would, would you keep it?
If something,
especially if it's a cool purse with nothing inside, no identification.
Well, it depends.
It depends, right?
Yeah.
It depends.
Well,
anyway, like I'm saying, I don't know what happened to it. It's just gone.
It's really stuck in your craw, though, because you've mentioned it quite a bit.
Yeah, because I'm upset. I brought that to give away, and it's just poof, vanished.
Well, I gave away 2 Ed Hardy shirts to make up for it.
Alan gives away clothes that he's worn. But when he bought them, they were worn. He bought their vintage.
Yes, it's a bit.
So Alan went through this. When Alan gets obsessed on anything,
I'm not giving him away all my Ed Hardy shirts.
Well, when he focuses on something, he doesn't collect it. He likes to say, I'm a collector. No, because collecting things, to me, means like you go on a special trip.
Coming from somebody who's never collected anything.
I have collected things. I have. But I don't anymore right now. But to me, collecting is like, oh, we're on this beautiful trip. I'm going to buy this Ed Hardy shirt here. So every time I put it on, it'll remind me of this vacation, blah, blah, blah. You buy things that... So Alan, I remember at Christmas, because he got the Harley Davidsons, he told our son Dylan, our youngest, we're going to collect miniature Harley Davidson motorcycles. What does collecting miniature Harley Davidson motorcycles mean to you? That you get one every once in a while, you add it to the collection, it has a story behind it. No, he goes to Walmart or Target or wherever and buys like 30 of them and comes home and says, wrap them all for Dylan for Christmas because we're collecting them. I'm like, that's not how you collect stuff. That's just buying stuff.
Okay, per usual, on this podcast, I am being misrepresented.
It's not true.
I have never gone to Walmart.
Where'd you get those Harley Davidson things?
If you'd please let me finish. I have never gone to Walmart and bought 30 Harley Davidson toy motorcycles.
Okay, how many did you buy and where?
That's never happened in my lifetime.
How many did you buy at once and where?
2 or 3 at a time.
Lie.
It's not 30. Okay, so
Lie.
listener, it must be between 2 and 30.
Somewhere between 2 and 30. Now, am I exaggerating with 30? Yeah, a little bit. But it was way more than 2. But that's the way he is with the Ed Hardy shirts. So he goes on eBay and he just finds, because he wants all the vintage ones, because like he explained, when Ed Hardy was all the rage and they were $100 T-shirts, you couldn't afford them.
No, and I didn't want them anyway because everyone was wearing them.
Yeah, every bozo was wearing them.
Right.
Well, now that he is...
Nobody's wearing them now.
Except you.
Right.
And the 2 people who won, which, by the way, Sarah, every time wins your clothes. Every time.
Sarah won it twice.
So now Allen is in Harley Davidson. So in his entire closet is nothing but Harley Davidson T-shirts. And the Ed Hardy are just little forgotten remnants.
Is this a problem?
Just saying, you're just obsessed.
You know, if the listener is, if just some listener came in and was listening to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' for the very first time, they would think that, man, that lady, the way she speaks about that man in his home, talks about his salmon breath.
It's pretty raunchy.
Talks about his Ed Hardy collection, just like it's, I don't know.
Is it a collect? Well, it is a collection. Purchased all at once, but anyway. Y'all see my point. I know y'all do.
You know what, babe? I'm too bush to fight back today. I just can't even defend myself.
Fighting, I'm just saying.
I just can't even defend myself.
I'm not fighting, I'm saying.
I'm too bushed. So it wasn't a night where I had to be stuffed in a car this time.
No.
I was fine this
But listen,
time.
but it got to be so late, and they were trying to shut down the restaurant. They were like, we were the last people there. So I said, Alan, I said, why don't we invite everybody back to our house? So we gave everybody the address, and we got so lucky. So now instead of 4 of us, there were 6 of us that were going to get into an Uber or Lyft or whatever it was. And our friend Josh ordered it. The Hamlins came down from Kansas. And so he ordered it, and we got so lucky. We got, you know how they do the disco taxis and stuff? It was sort of like that. Our driver, who was also named Alan, had a huge iPad at his dashboard. And we thought, does he watch movies while he drives or whatever? No. He had those multicolored lights that like a disco in his minivan. And then he'd say, what do you want to hear? And he'd put it in the iPad. And of course, Bad Influence Jeff is with us. And the only thing he ever wants to listen to is Bohemian Rhapsody. Every time. Every time. So we had to do that.
It was like a little karaoke club.
It was. It was fun. We got really lucky.
Did you know he asked me if it was okay? You know, he was recording us the whole time.
No, I did not.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. He's already posted it on his YouTube channel.
Are you serious?
I'm serious as a heart attack. He came to the door.
This is new information.
Yeah, I'm telling Kelly this for the first time.
I wasn't drunk at all. I just didn't know that.
No, he walked me to the door and he said, "Hey, can I ask you something?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Do you mind if, I post that video of y'all singing in the car on the way home?" And I'm like, "No, it's fine. We weren't doing anything wrong. We were just, everybody was just singing Bohemian Rhapsody." He goes, "I just like to be extra careful because he was involved in some kind of
lawsuit."
I don't know if he said it was a lawsuit, but he outed somebody for doing something. I don't want to even name like who it was, but
so
it was
he posted a video.
He posted a video and it was a celebrity. And the celebrity didn't want the video posted because it provided some information that they didn't want out there.
Either the celebrity was with someone they weren't supposed to be with, or they were somewhere they were not supposed to be.
It was something like that. And he said, "Is it okay if I post the video of you all on the way home?" And I said, "It's fine."
Well, you should have asked the rest of us.
Because I was filming y'all too, and I had already posted it.
Because that's the thing about Jeff. Not only do you sing Bohemian Rhapsody, he always makes Alan film it. And it's the same bit every time.
Right.
We have to all do that headbanging thing.
Yes.
I'm like,
and
how
you know
much
what?
more basic
Yeah.
can we be? But
Well,
we did it.
How much more basic can you be? How about
Sweet Caroline?
How about Sweet Caroline?
It's the same crap, And I'm like, let's do Britney, let's do Backstreet Boys. It's like, oh my God, ba ba ba,
touching you,
touching you.
Dun 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 dun. Sweet Caroline.
I don't know if I want to go look at this video or not.
Oh, it's uncomfortable.
because you can see how awkward I am.
Oh,
like,
it's so
just
uncomfortable.
getting through it.
Yes, and I'm filming from like down, looking up at you guys.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it is uncomfortable.
All right.
You're just fighting through it, but Jeff's really having a good time.
I was fighting through
but Jeff's
because
really
I was sober. That's the problem. I was sober, but it was a cool car.
That's why I jumped in the front.
Yeah.
I didn't want
We
to
even
be
asked him. We
stuck
asked
back
Alan.
there with you yahoos.
We loved our driver so much. We're like, you want to come in? He was very nice.
My man.
But yeah, so we did that. We had people come over, so that was really nice. That was Saturday, Friday night, and then Saturday morning, I had to get up, not too terribly early. I had to go to a brunch. It was a pink party brunch. Now, of course, the month of June is Pride Month, and so this was kind of like a Pride connection. But this was a pink brunch at a lovely restaurant down in the Bishop Arts District of Dallas called Paradiso. And it's like 4 places in one. So this is where actually we had our Christmas party, our office Christmas party, in the Tipsy Elf section.
Amen.
But we were in this beautiful open area, patio area. The weather wasn't bad at all because it had rained so bad the night before.
It's my party.
But the pink party was benefiting Promise House, which is a charity organization that helps homeless teenagers. And they do service because a lot of times when teenagers tell their parents, I'm gay or I'm pregnant or for whatever reason, or they're in an unsafe home and they leave and they're living on the streets. So this is a charity that helps homeless teenagers and young people. I didn't even know it existed. So I was really happy to be introduced to that. I borrowed a dress from my friend Amy for this, just like I did for Big Al's wedding. I borrowed a dress for this pink high-low. It's like short in the front, long in the back, like a mullet dress, I guess you'd call it. It's a caftan. And I got so many compliments on it. I might not give it back to her, but I'm going to have to. But everybody's asking me. It's from a place called Buddy Love. You can find them at buddylove.com, I think, if you want to look up that. But they don't still make that dress. That's an older model. But anyway, fun time. And we've got more to get to after. Take a little brief break here. Have you ever gone to a mattress store and tried to act like you know what you're doing? But we don't know what we're doing.
I try to act like I know what I'm doing all the time.
None of us know what we're doing. We just lie down on a bunch of mattresses and we just end up taking a wild guess.
No idea.
But our lives changed when we found Helix online mattresses.
Yes.
If you're nervous about buying a mattress online, don't be. Go to helixsleep.com/sandwich. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz. Do you sleep on your side or your back? I don't know how you stomach sleepers do it, but I know there are you out there. Would you like your mattress to cool you down at night? Do you sleep hot? How about a mattress to help with your spinal alignment? Or maybe you're a plus size sleeper and you need a plus size mattress. Well, based on your sleep preferences, you'll be matched with the perfect mattress for the way you sleep. Now, a couple years ago, I was actually researching online for king size mattresses, and that's when I found Helix. It was named by GQ and Wired Magazine as the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020. That's when I was looking. And Alan took the 2-minute sleep quiz and matched us with the Dusk Luxe.
Dusk Luxe.
Our mattress was shipped free, as it will be for you, right to your door. I couldn't believe they fit a king-size mattress in the box, but it did. And we have slept like babies ever since that first night. Helix offers a 10-year warranty. You get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. And Helix also has financing options and flexible payment plans, so a great night's sleep is never far away. And best of all, you never have to go fake it at a mattress store again.
And Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/sandwich. That's up to $200 off and 2 free pillows at helixsleep.com/sandwich.
Thank you, Helix. I'll be resting my head on you in no time after Alan takes a shower and brushes his teeth.
Yeah, I'm pretty gamey.
Pretty gamey.
What if I just roll into bed like this?
Mm-mm.
You know, I got into bed.
But you know what? Our mattress is a king size and it's so big.
How big is it?
I probably wouldn't smell him from my side of the bed.
I got in the other night and there was all this mulch and dust and dirt and
I know.
I think Zonut was out doing something.
I know. I had to strip the bed and
there was a
wash
big
the
piece of
sheets.
mulch in the bed.
It was a lot.
Ugh.
Anyway,
so
okay, back to Saturday and our weekend. So Saturday we had Operation Once in a Lifetime.
Oh, before that though,
I had the
you had the pink thing, but
pink party.
But I just took a road trip down to Waxahachie just to see Al,
Mm-hmm.
try some wings, in a BLT. Down the hatch has got really good food.
Big Al's down the hatch. It's on this town square in Waxahachie, Texas.
And there was a motorcycle shop down there in the square too. It's really cool. I think it's called The Shop.
Okay.
And it's like an independent motorcycle shop. And I just kind of happened to see it, so I popped in there. Swung by Al's house. There's something we needed to do, but he showed me his new truck. So Big Al has a new truck, and I think he said he ordered this thing about a year ago.
He's had it on order forever.
Okay, well, gas prices have literally today, I saw on the news,
Yeah.
they have doubled in the last year.
Since he ordered it. But with the chip shortage and everything, it just took forever for him to get this truck.
Yeah.
And he does have to haul around things. But this
yeah.
truck is massive.
It's a truck that it's like a performance truck.
Would it haul around a big RV?
Oh,
like the
absolutely.
sleeper thing?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can tow anything with that truck. It's a full-size truck. It's a Dodge, but it has this 750 horsepower motor in it. So he was telling me he gets 10 miles to the gallon, but then he's commuting in the dang thing from Waxahachie to y'all's studio.
Every day. And guess what? It takes premium.
Yeah.
Not regular. So he's paying even more.
So he said he's spending like $300 to $400 a week in gas. So he was showing me this truck. I'm like,
Crazy.
Al, this is a beautiful truck, but man, the
Crazy.
bad timing on the gas prices, right?
And when's it coming down? We have
I
no
know.
idea.
So he was kind of defeated about that. It's a beautiful truck.
He
It's
needs to
brand
get a
new,
little-
but
he needs to get a little scooter or something.
he said he was wanting to buy an electric car now. He's like, hey man,
Him and
I know
everybody
I got
else.
This, I know I got this Dodge TRX, but now I need an electric car.
Him and everybody else.
Oh, Al, poor Al. So then I went from Waxahachie, and then I went all the way back up to Dallas to the restaurant because those gifts that we were talking about earlier,
Yeah, we had left them all.
I had left them at the restaurant. So stopped there, had a Diet Coke on the rocks, and then at this point, Kelly Raspberry Evans was home from her pink party, and she says, "Where are you? We got to get to Patrick's event." I said, "Well, I'm at Oaked." She goes, "Well, when are we going?" I said, "Well, I'll just run up there. I'll just ride my bike all the way up to Lava Cantina. I'll meet you
I
there."
said, absolutely not, because he'd been on his motorcycle in that Texas sweltering heat all day. Can y'all imagine what he would have smelled like?
Now,
So I said, no, you have to come home and take a shower.
a lot of talk about Alan and his smell
well,
this podcast.
apparently it's become an issue.
Well, here's the deal. Good, strong, clean, dear, sweet listener.
yeah, y'all are good, strong, and clean.
My thought was, I'm already stinky. I'll just ride up there and meet Kelly because this event at Lava is outdoors.
You don't want to go to an outdoor event already stinky.
It's an outdoors event. Everyone there's going to be stinky.
But after we all arrive clean, we all get stinky together.
Everyone was stinky there.
I didn't smell anybody. I'll be honest. I did not smell a single person.
And they had a Rage Against the Machine tribute band. It was just a stinky event. Great event, but it was outside and everyone was hot and
Nobody
smelly.
stunk. Nobody smelled. If Alan had not gone home and showered, he would have smelled.
So I came home. Kelly taught me into coming home. So I came home, rinsed off real fast, then we went up to the event.
Yes.
So we got to Lava. I guess we're about an hour late,
Yeah.
right? But this is the event, if you remember us talking about this time last year. I went on an RV trip with my boys, took my mom and dad. Did I take my mom or just my dad? It was just my dad last year.
The last year was,
Yeah. And we stopped at Rock for the Troops, and I won the Chevelle.
Yeah.
So this year, Patrick, they were auctioning off selling raffle tickets for a lot of different prizes, guns, sports memorabilia, a trip to Hawaii. But they had a NASCAR this year.
A real race car.
Yeah. So they were raffling this thing off. But everyone kind of gave me a lot of side eye this year.
Like, you better not.
Like, you better not even pretend like you're going to win that car because then we know this is fixed. So I didn't even bid on it.
Good. Because I
didn't-
told Alan,
yeah.
if you win this car, we're not keeping this one. There's no way. But
Well-
he did register for a bunch of other things.
Well, you know what? I don't think have registered for that car anyway. Because you can't, it's not street legal.
Right. I don't know I guess you just put it on display or something. I entered to win the Louis Vuitton purse,
Louis Vuitton.
I entered the raffle for the 7-day trip to Hawaii. And I think that's it. I think I put all my tickets in those two things, and I didn't win. I didn't win.
I put all my tickets in with all the guns, the trip to Hawaii, some Ranger stuff, and then a signed Dale Earnhardt Jr. NASCAR helmet.
Was that the first prize they drew of the night?
That was the first prize they drew.
First prize they drew was for the Dale Earnhardt signed racing helmet.
So the last person who won at last year's event was one Walter A. Evans. His name was called. The grand prize was the Chevelle. The first ticket that's pulled in this year's event is for the Dale Earnhardt Jr. signed NASCAR helmet. And who won that, babe?
That would be you.
One Walter A. Evans pulled the winning ticket.
Or
I didn't pull it. They pulled the winning ticket.
And could you feel the crowd's approval?
Well, there was a lot of cheers and stuff.
It was.
But
it's like I can't believe this. Everybody's like, Allen's so lucky. I'm like, look, y'all don't know how many years he hasn't won anything. It's just like miraculously 2 years in a row.
Yeah. But I was talking to somebody when they started drawing, so they called my name and I didn't even know what I won. I was like, what'd I win? And he said the
helmet.
The Dale helmet. I was like, sweet, that's awesome. So that was fun.
And that was the end of our winning.
That was the end of our winning. Yeah, that's the last thing we won.
Which is fine.
Yeah, we didn't win anything else. I thought we might, though, because I only put seriously, babe, you saw how many tickets I bought.
Yeah.
I bought a stack.
Yeah.
And I only put 2 tickets in the helmet. And then I put a bunch in for the vacation.
Hawaii. Yeah, I put a bunch in for Hawaii.
And for the guns. And I thought for sure. And then the baseball jersey, the Rangers jersey, because I was doing that for the boys. And I put a bunch in there because in the box I peeked and there weren't that many tickets in there. So I thought, I bet you I'm going to win that jersey. Didn't win that.
Everybody thinks they're going to win.
Yeah.
But only a handful do. But it was a great event. And if anybody would like to find out more, Operation Once in a Lifetime is a wonderful organization if you're looking for someone to give your charity dollars.
He just took, just as one example, I know Kelly's talked about it, I've talked about it, but Patrick and his organization, they just took a group of over 50 veterans and their spouses or a friend or significant other to Arlington National Cemetery. So an all expenses paid trip to go up there, and they may know somebody who has been
buried there.
Yeah, is buried there, and they can see the grave, or a family member who's buried there. But he'll take him up there to Washington for a tour of the cemetery, and then also they'll go look at some other things. So that's something they just did at the end of May, and he continues to mentor. I know he just posted something today about somebody he's mentoring that is having problems, and he just needs help trying to find a job, and what do I do with this job, and I need a ride to my job, and that kind of stuff. It's just the little things that he does. A lot of those little things that you don't even really see that make a big difference.
I was the first time I met Patrick, I believe I was trying to remember. You know people for so many years, you can't pinpoint the first time you met. And he says he had tweeted me about some fundraiser, and I think it was for the one about bedding. And it was really shocking to me. Our troops come home from fighting for freedom and for other people's freedoms in other countries. They come back to the barracks here in the United States, and our military does not even provide them bed sheets for their bunk beds in the barracks. I was shocked. Wouldn't you think that would be a basic essential, that they would give them a sheet and a pillow and a blanket? And I was really shocked by that. So we did a big bedding fundraiser, twins, all twin bedding, because that's what they have, the bunk beds at Big Al's Bar when he used to have it in Dallas.
My man.
And I believe that was the first time I became familiar. So they do grant wishes. They do wonderful things, but it's also, who knew that our military didn't provide these people with bedding? It's shocking. It's actually appalling. And so I was really, that's an organization I never have a problem supporting.
Yeah. So it was a great event. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And they had a Rage Against the Machine tribute
Rise
band,
Against the
and
Machine,
they were called
wasn't it?
Rise Against the Machine. They sounded really good, because I went back today and I was listening to some old Rage Against the Machine to kind of compare what I heard there, and they were pretty close.
Oh, good.
I mean, the singers sound just like them, and they had kind of the same guitar sound, and So that was fun. Saw a lot of our listeners that were at our event at Oak. They came to Patrick's event, and then we saw a lot of people. We kind of see once a year, right? Some of the vets that help Patrick, and it was a lot of fun. And then after that, what did we do?
Well, that was it first. We went and got McDonald's and went home.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because I didn't really eat at the event, so I got a little cheeseburger and
then we went to McDonald's. Yeah.
And then the next morning, we just had a couple like the Hamlins and Anjali and Mike, who had stayed over from Thibodaux, Louisiana.
Yes, Thibodaux.
And so we all just went to brunch because
And
just
Bad Influence Jeff. And
Bad
KK.
Influence Jeff and KK.
And
so
then
we just did that, and then Alan and I.
And then the Hamlins.
Yeah, Josh and Leah. Did I say the Hamlins?
No.
I did. I thought I did. Anyway, and then after that, we said, sayonara. We're going home and going back to bed. And we did. We were wiped out.
Wiped the heck out, babe.
Yeah.
And that kind of concluded the weekend because we both laid down, and then I think we laid down like mid-afternoon. Oh, we came home and watched Obi-Wan.
We watched Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 3.
Episode 3. We enjoyed that.
Very good.
And then I said, babe, I got to lay down. So I laid down on the couch. This was about 3 o'clock. And then I didn't get up until like
it was almost
6
7
or 7.
Yeah.
And then that screwed me up bad for sleeping.
Yeah.
Night.
That's the problem with taking those really long naps.
So I don't like naps. They screw me up.
Yeah. I just slept for maybe an hour or so and then just kind of lounged around braless all day. My favorite.
Whoa.
My favorite.
All right, babe.
But Alan actually had some big news, and I don't know if he's at liberty to say about your upcoming gig at the lake. Are you allowed to talk about that?
Oh.
That's a pretty big deal.
Well, I guess I can.
I think you should. I'm really proud. I think this is a big deal.
Oh, well, okay. Well, yeah,
This just happened over the weekend as well.
Yeah, I have a friend who he works for a company called it's Can-Am, who I think he's involved with. And if you remember me talking maybe last year, he loaned me a 3-wheeler, and that's where
the Harley Davidson stuff all came from.
That was the gateway drug into riding up to Sturgis, and then talking about Patrick. I raised money for Patrick to ride up there, and then when I was at Sturgis, I just kind of was like, wow, I just kind of got hooked, But anyhow, my friend who works for Can-Am, he called me and he said, would you be interested in talking to one of my colleagues with Sea-Doo? So Sea-Doo makes boats, jet skis. They even make snowmobiles too.
Oh,
they make a lot of personal power sports, craft and all that kind of stuff. So anyhow, I said, yeah, sure. What do they want to do? And he said, well, they're launching this new boat and they're looking for somebody here's what they're looking for. Somebody who has a family. Check. Somebody who likes to grill out.
Check.
Somebody who enjoys going to the lake.
Check.
And somebody who doesn't mind people taking pictures of him and putting them on social media.
Check. Check.
So I said, sure, yeah, have him give me a call. So I've been talking to this gentleman at Sea-Doo, and they're going to rent out a lake house for us over Father's Day weekend.
Isn't that cool?
And we're going to get to stay there at this it's a 2-story lake house. They picked it out, and they're going to send me pictures of it.
So nice.
But I can take the boys, and Kelly's going to come too, hopefully for a couple of days.
I am. The thing is, with Father's Day and being in a divorced family, my daughter always spends Father's Day weekend with her dad. And so she won't be with us, but it would be fun for you and the boys to have a real great bonding experience.
Yeah. So we're going to take this boat out, this new boat that they're launching, and they're going to have a production crew, a creative crew and a production crew come in and shoot us, take pictures and video of us on the boat, and then pulling the boys around in the tube.
Isn't that cool?
And they're going to use that in their promotional, their marketing materials for social media and maybe other things too.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it'll be fun. So
I think that's so great.
That'll be a lot of fun.
I was very proud of him and that's a big lake house. Alan and I, when I'm dreaming, I daydream from time to time. We all do it. We go on Zillow and just imagine oh, if I could buy a house, I do this all the time in Charleston, South Carolina. I go look at the house prices. I'm like, ooh, I got to work a few more years. And then I'm like, well, what if we got a lake house? What if we could get a lake house on Lake Texoma or Cedar Creek Lake? And then we go do that. What if we could get a cabin in Broken Bow? So I do a lot of Zillow daydreaming.
Well, that one you showed me the other day at Cedar Creek.
That was nice, wasn't it?
That was nice.
So nice. And now we get to like go play like we have a lake house.
Yeah.
Over Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, that'll be
fun.
Be a good experience too. Okay, you want to shift gears a little bit and do some listener correspondence, or do you want to do that? Or
well, let me just tell you this. You know, school, I think for now is out for everybody. Some people got out like a week or two ago, and some are just like finally. But your kids are probably already whining, I'm bored. It happens to all of us. Well, check out Varsity Tutors. They offer 1 week long small group camps where kids think they're just having fun, but they're actually learning a ton. With Varsity Tutors, kids get all the benefits of summer camp, learning new things, making new friends, exploring favorite subjects, all for the convenience of home. It's an online format that allows your kids to make friends across the country, and they're going to meet the most awesome camp leaders. Challenges are hosted by people like an astronaut for the space camp, a world champion in chess camp, a TV storm chaser for weather camp. They do little meet and greets with them as well. In beginning coders camp, kids learn coding through games like Minecraft and Roblox. In the STEM innovators camp, kids invent real devices they can use, like a solar-powered oven. Two of the most popular art camps are young animators and sketch masters. They've also got camps in magic, dinosaurs, ancient cultures. Variety Tutors has a partnership with Monopoly, where kids change the rules of the game to learn about personal finance and business. I want Emma Kelly to take that. And in addition to the daily 2-hour camp sessions, kids have access to the online camp clubhouse, and they've got all sorts of fun quizzes and downloadable activities, so kids have fun exploring their favorite subjects as much as they want and as much as you parents want too.
So go to varsitytutors.com and use promo code SANDWICH at checkout to save $50 off on any summer camp. That's varsitytutors.com and use promo code SANDWICH at checkout to save $50 on any summer camp.
It's really cool.
Very cool.
I love that they have an astronaut for space camp.
I like astronauts.
We like space.
I like space. The final frontier. Speaking of the final frontier, how about some letters?
All right.
This will be our final frontier of this podcast, and then we will yogurt out. Okay?
Okay.
This first letter is from Anna Lou. Subject, ugh, DMV.
I can relate.
Dear Allen and Kelly, I'm so glad that EK was able to get her learner's permit. I am also having DMV woes. Do you think you could contact your friend's cousin for me? Mm-hmm. Sorry this is so long. I'm sending you this email because, Allen, you're one of the only people that has pronounced my name correctly the first time on site. I don't know why, but for some reason, people try to pronounce it Anula instead of Analu, just like it's spelled. But the DMV pronounces it anal U.
Oh, no.
Got to change my voice.
That's too late.
You might be able to use that one for your sound check. Yeah. Anal U. I went online to purchase personalized license plates for my car, and I just wanted my name on them. Anna Lou, the name available. Great. I sent in my money, and then a few weeks later, I received an email from myplates.com telling me that my license plate message is considered objectionable or misleading, indecent, reference to a lewd sexual act.
That's unfortunate.
They said I could appeal, so I sent in a copy of my business card, my driver's license, and my auto insurance card. I just heard back from the appeal. Denied.
Yeah.
After careful consideration, we stand by our decision to not approve the requested plate selection. Is it my fault the DMV person that approves plates doesn't know how to read? Why is this so frustrating? Do you think I could sue for mental anguish?
You could sue for anything.
I'm going to include, she included her correspondence from My Plates. I've included the emails from myplates.com so you can get a good laugh. Love you guys. I've listened to the podcast since the beginning, and I've listened to Kelly since 1892.
Thank you.
But I have to watch the nationally syndicated radio broadcast on Twitch now because I live in the boonies and can get one radio station on a good day with no rain. Anna Lou. Okay, here's what she got from the DMV. The plate message you chose, Anna Lou, ANNALU, that's her name.
Yeah.
Has been declined by the Texas DMV under the criteria 2A. The pattern is considered objectionable or misleading or could be viewed directly or indirectly as indecent, referencing a lewd sexual act, sexual body parts.
You want me to read it, honey?
Excretory or bodily fluids or functions, or a 69 format. Not used in conjunction or combination with vehicle make. Okay. So that's what they said. That's why they would. It's Anna Lou. ANNALU. There's not, and if you look at that word, her name,
I know.
you can't spell anal like backwards or in the middle of that.
So I guess they're saying it's sort of like anal university, like anal U, maybe. Right? Is that their argument?
I guess.
That's just unfortunate. You just got a butt head.
Anna Lou, you got
up there
screwed.
dealing with you. You did. That's unfortunate.
I don't know about that.
Well, now this is your, you can either fight it, you can choose to fight it, or you can come up with something cute. Like really cute. But I don't know what that is right now.
I wonder if they'd approve, Anna Lou, you could go back and see if they'll approve FCKU.
No, they wouldn't.
Okay. This next letter is from Tanya. Hi, Kelly and Allen.
Hi.
Tyler and I wanted to tell you that it was so nice to meet you on Friday night at Oaked.
Yay.
So you remember,
I do.
These were two of our very best customers that came to the restaurant.
Well, he was not.
He is now.
He is now.
He is now.
He is now.
We converted my man. My man. Tyler has found a fellow diehard and frustrated cowboy fan in Allen. We also had a great time at the Operation Once in a Lifetime event. It was the second one that we have attended. I have been following Patrick on Facebook and visiting his thrift store in Plano for a while. Congratulations on your win again this year. You two are really down-to-earth, gracious, kind people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have listened to Kelly on the Kid Craddock nationally syndicated show since she got here in Dallas in the 1990s. That's not the 1890s.
That's right.
Thanks for what you do in the community and podcast family. Sincerely, Tanya and Tyler. P.S. Tyler is now a fan of your podcast.
Thank you.
He says that when we listened to it on the way to Lava Cantina, I didn't comment one bit on his driving or directions. Apparently, we will be listening to y'all every time we're in the car together. LOL.
There you go.
Isn't that nice?
Hey, as long as we increase our membership by one a week, I think we're doing pretty good.
Amen.
If we get one new listener per podcast, just think how slowly we'll keep growing.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, boss. Oh, this is El Presidente, actually.
You and Alan need to up them numbers.
I don't know what else we can do.
You know, I'm having a tough time selling this thing.
I know.
Weak numbers.
I don't know what to do.
Why don't you get with Boss Man George and figure this out? I'm El Presidente.
Thank you, El Presidente. That was very helpful.
Carolyn likes that one.
I know.
This next letter is from Leslie. Subject, I got Kelly's back on this.
Good. I don't know what it is, but thank you.
Alan and Kelly. I got Kelly's back on the Troy Aikman issue.
What's the issue?
Big Al Max said on air that he had a surprise for Kelly on Wednesday. Okay, Leslie, I understand that, but Kelly told me that the surprise was on Tuesday.
No, I told you it was on Wednesday.
Or you told me it was on Wednesday.
Right.
But he came Tuesday.
Right, because I didn't know. Because Al said he was coming Wednesday, when in actuality he was going to come Tuesday to pre-record it to be broadcast on Wednesday.
Did Al know that you were pre-recording?
Apparently everybody but me did.
Okay, then, Leslie, you can't have
She
Kelly's
has my back, though.
Because Al knew that he was coming Tuesday.
But he said...
Everyone there knew he was coming Tuesday.
Kelly, I'm going to tell you.
Whoa,
Troy's coming on Wednesday.
Is fake Big Al Mac?
No, I'm just saying. He said, Kelly, I'm going to tell you, Troy's coming on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
And I said, yay. Allen, Troy's coming on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Leslie, I don't know how you have Kelly's back on this.
She has
one,
my back because Al said that. I didn't do that on purpose.
Okay.
You know I didn't do that on purpose.
No, I know
quit
you didn't.
trying to make me look bad.
I know you
again.
didn't. I know you didn't do it on purpose. I listened to Kid before Kelly joined him on air, and still remember her first day on the show on the Eagle. My now
Wasn't on the Eagle.
My now 22-year-old was in the diaper derby many, many years ago.
I do remember the diaper derbies.
Yes, I'm old. Thank you for being so.
You think you're old?
Thank you for being so real on your podcast. I suffer from severe insomnia, and you guys keep me from feeling so lonely in the wee hours of the night when I cannot sleep.
Oh.
Love you both, and please do not use my last name if you read this on the podcast. We have not done that. I wanted to go to Oak tonight, but I figured I would be the only single person there. Can't wait to hear about it all in the next podcast.
Aw.
You know what? We have single people.
We do. We had a few people that were, a little anxious about coming alone. I was like, do not be anxious because, we really are. When we say it's a podcast family meetup, it's because we like to consider our listeners as family. And a lot of them do become really, really good friends with us too. I mean, so I was going around, there were a couple of single people there, and I was making sure that they got introduced to people and they ended up having a great time. So please don't let that stand in the way of you coming to the next event.
Yeah. And our listeners, seriously now, everyone's so nice and friendly.
So welcoming.
Yeah, and so friendly and fun that it's not like everyone's like, what do you call it? Booed up. I mean, we do have a lot of couples come, but everyone just kind of mixes and mingles and has a good time.
A lot of single women. We had a couple single guys come.
Yeah.
So it's just good.
Yeah,
it's just good.
It's good. All right. This last letter is from, and then we'll yogurt out after this one. All right, babe?
Okay.
This last letter is from Chase. Subject, Star Wars. Hey, Allen.
I'll sit this one out. I'm fine.
I know you. Well, I want to hear your perspective.
I don't have a lot of Star Wars perspective, but I'll give you what I have.
I know you like Star Wars, at least the older ones. With the new Kenobi show starting, I'm wondering if you ever watched the animated Star Wars shows. If not, I highly recommend it. The beginning of Clone Wars is a little slow, and it kind of makes you feel iffy, but if you can get past that, or maybe just skip to season 2 or 3, it gets really good. Also, Star Wars Rebels is the same way. Also, what are your thoughts on the Kenobi show so far? Chase.
Yeah, Alan, yesterday after we watched Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 3, I went through, you can go online and people do episode recaps and kind of fill in some of the, like if you can miss stuff, right? So they fill in some of the blanks. And apparently many references are made to the animated Star Wars series. Now, I remember years ago, before I started dating Alan, I believe, the Clone Wars, they had the season premiere at the movie theater. Mm-hmm. Even though it was on television, they had the season premiere, and I invited my nephews to go, and it was like a really, really big deal. But apparently it's not separate from, it's part of the storyline, right?
Yeah. So, Chase, to answer your question, I tried to watch Clone Wars, and I just, like you say, it's slow. I couldn't get into it, man. I watched a lot of the first season, and then I guess I just kind of lost interest. Now, like Kelly says, I want to go back and watch because, like she's saying, now what we're learning by watching the Disney series like The Mandalorian and Boba Fett and Kenobi are that there are a lot of tie-ins with Clone Wars. Like there are characters that were only in Clone Wars that are considered, they call it canon. They call it canon, which means like gospel. Which means if it's in Star Wars, the Clone Wars, it's legit. So that character is legit, and that character could appear, we're nerding out right now, and that character could appear in Kenobi or some of the other Disney series. So, yeah, I should go back and watch Clone Wars, but that is a lot of content.
It's a lot. And I just read the recap to you and filled in those blanks for you yesterday.
Oh, how many seasons were there?
I have no idea.
There's a bunch, and there's like over 15 episodes a season, It's a lot of content. But the people that watch it say it's great. I just
watch a few at a time, waiting for the next episode of Obi-Wan. Because how many episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi are there going to be?
There's only going to be 3 more.
That's it?
Yeah, it's short. There's only going to be 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
So we're halfway through. So what do you think? What are your thoughts so far?
I'm really enjoying it. Darth Vader.
Whoa, spoiler! Easy.
Is a mean guy.
Easy.
Am I not supposed to say?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, people know that Hayden Christensen was on the press tour, but
And then he's coming back, and he is Darth Vader.
right.
Or is that a spoiler for people who haven't caught up?
No, if you don't know Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader, then
Okay, so I didn't spoil anything.
You're way behind.
I didn't spoil anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's cool to see Darth Vader. Let me tell you, we went to Disney World in 2019, pre-pandemic, and we took the kids to the Star Wars land that they have built there. And if you ever get to go, you can meet Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm.
Is it R2-D2 or BB-8? BB-8, I think it is.
You can meet BB-8?
Yeah, I think so. We didn't do that one.
The little guy?
Yeah, but I don't know. There was another one. But I remember it was Chewbacca, Darth Vader, and one of the other little things. So we did
Other little
Darth. I
things.
can't remember one of the computer.
Droids?
The droids. But
C-3PO?
I can't tell you how nervous. And I'm an adult.
It's disturbing.
I've been going to Disney World with kids for 28 years.
Mm-hmm.
I know all the princesses and stuff, but I'll tell you, when I went in that room with Darth Vader, it freaked me out.
It's disturbing.
It was so disturbing.
He stays in character.
He stays in character, and he also speaks,
He's about 7 feet tall.
They must have the biggest actors. And then you meet Chewbacca, and you just love him
like a big
so
teddy bear.
much. You just want to hug him.
He's very gentle.
And he's so sweet. Y'all have to. Listen, if you go to the Star Wars park, you have to stand in line to meet Chewbacca and Darth Vader. It is
Highly recommended.
highly recommended.
And while you're waiting in line, they have display cases of everyone's lightsaber.
Yeah.
So you get to see what
So if you really want to nerd out.
you really want to nerd out,
Yeah.
go do that. For sure.
Anyway, that's it. That was a little side note.
Yeah, but Darth Vader, he's like probably the most iconic villain in all of movies ever, in my opinion.
You could argue that.
Who is more of a villain than Darth
You
Vader?
could argue that. I don't know. That's why I said you could argue it, because I can't. I don't know.
My boys, the other day, they said, well, I don't remember when this was, but a while back, I think it was Dylan. He goes, Daddy, why don't they make a series about Darth Vader? I was like, buddy, the entire Star Wars, the entire story is about Darth Vader,
Yeah, but he's not like 100% the main. I mean, I don't know. I see what he's saying.
But
I get what you're saying, but I see what he's saying.
That's the whole thing is Darth Vader,
Yeah. Anyway, lots of fun.
Yeah. Good stuff, babe. All right.
All right.
I like it when you nerd out on Star Wars.
Well, was that nerding out?
When we're talking about Clone Wars and canon and characters coming into the Disney series, you get kind of getting into the weeds there, yeah. And you said BB-8? Wow.
I don't remember. It was one of those. But I don't remember which one.
Kelly knows more about Star Wars than we give her credit for.
Mm.
All right, babe. Anything else?
Nope.
Well, we don't have an event to pitch.
No, well, you've got some big things coming up this weekend we'll get to next podcast.
We do?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Me and my tank top twin are taking a
Yeah.
road trip, right?
Yes, Alan and JC
My
from the Kid
man.
Craddock Morning Show
Nationally syndicated.
are hitting the road. And if you're not familiar, they have a little group called the Tank Top Twins. They've had exactly one song.
It was a big hit, too.
It was a huge hit. It was
Huge.
a parody.
Huge.
And maybe on this road trip, you'll come up with another song. I don't know, but we'll give you details on the Tank Top Twins adventures on the next podcast.
Are JC and I going to run around at this music festival in tank tops, cowboy hats, cut off jean shorts with boots?
I hope so.
That would be a good bit.
I hope so.
That
I vote yes.
Would be quite a bit. And watch, if I did that, I'd run into Troy. And he'd look at me.
Well, you just
like,
told what you're doing now.
Well, they know what I'm doing.
Well, I said we're
You
going to
guys
save it
have
for the
talked
next
about this
podcast.
on the radio.
Well, not on the podcast. We're going to talk on the next podcast.
Okay, well. They can't. They put all these pieces together.
Well,
Why are you so
with
mysterious?
you, Mr.
Mr. What?
Mr. Mystery, I guess.
Mr. What? I'm already Mr. Smelly. What else?
I don't know, honey.
Oh, okay.
Just go.
I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
I love you too. I love y'all too.
And I'm sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.